Love. It's an unexplainable feeling of affection towards a person, a force of nature. However much we may want to, we cannot command, demand, or disappear love. But throughout the ages, love as a concept has changed and varied. Instead of the traditional process of meeting someone and falling in love, we now additionally have speed dating, online dating sites, and even virtual dating. Does this mean that romance is slowly dying and true love will cease to exist? I decided to question young adults about their viewpoints on dating and love in today's society, and to see how love is currently represented compared to how it was in the past. Here's what they had to say.
Love. Love is stupid, I'm not gonna lie. There's no such thing as love, because you love your family, you love your friends, but when it comes to loving a man, I don't think men are all that. Men come and go, keep moving on to the next one. Like I maybe 20, 40 years ago, like people would court, they would date, you would show them off, then they do the whole shebang with the engagement. Like, you know, it would take more than a year, but nowadays you see people 2 weeks, oh, I'm in love, I love you, and then they're putting a ring on it, and next thing you know, they're marrying, and then 2 months later, not even up to 41 days later, they're getting divorced. So love is bullshit.
It's hard work, but it's something that we all want, and if it's worth it, it's worth it. People nowadays don't really make the effort to sacrifice anymore, but that's what you have to do.
At some point in the beginning of the relationship, they all work, everyone is happy, and you make each other happy. Though, when the time goes by and people start to get attached to each other, sometimes you don't call it love anymore, it is the attachment, but which makes them live together and go through it, and they won't be able to separate.
Well, love, I think it's the only magic that we have in the real world. It's the closest thing we can have to it. And like how Cartello said, I think it has to be natural. Because if it's not, you can't force someone to be in love with you.
I believe that love and romance is dying out slowly as hookup culture is coming about. But I do feel that some people will obviously find true love. If true love, not necessarily if it's real true love, but they will find a partner to be with if they choose to be.
However, there are rare occasions when love does exist, and it's when you have to see him in the morning and at night, no matter what state he is. You don't care when he's sick, or when he's happy, when he's sad, or when he goes from really difficult time, then you're there for him, because it is love.
I think love is really rare. I've been in love before, so I know the feeling, and I think it's a beautiful feeling. I just think it's a very difficult feeling to find, and many people think that, you know, they might be in love, but I think it's really hard to fall in love.
I like to believe in it. Hasn't really happened to me, but I believe in it. I believe it's kind of like the fairy tale, a human fairy tale.
Do I think love has changed? Well, yeah, I suppose, because, you know, back in the day when my parents were young, they'd have to like write each other's letters and that to stay in touch. My parents got married really young, and now, you know, there's an app for sex, right? You can get it on Tinder, on Grindr, on Brenda, like you name it, right? That, you know, romance is truly dead when there is an app for sex.
Love is something that invigorates the mind, body, and soul. L for life, O for observing, V for a vow that should never be broken, E for excellence. I look for 5 characteristics in someone to help me be in a better relationship. Express humanitarian love, that's love for mankind. A spiritual love, that's just love for God himself, because I am very religious. A friendly love, before we become any type of lover, we must have that alliance as building trust. 5, so we have humanitarian, spiritual, friendly, familiar, and romantic. If you ball that up into a mighty fist, you have one heck of a love relationship.
If you can't play the game, or you can't win the game, play the game. And then once you play the game, learn the game, and then beat the own player at his own game.
I'm not in love, I'm just enjoying life. So anybody out there that's single, hey, you can follow me on Instagram at SAG2013. I'm Josh B. Thank you for your time. Happy Hump Day.